Despite having the most diverse field in history, a new op-ed in the Wall Street Journal says it looks like Democratic voters want, quote, plain vanilla Joe Biden, end quote, to go up against President Trump. The op-ed points to the fact that the former VP is dominated in recent polls, including a CNN survey which shows him 24 points ahead of his closest rival. Power panel now, Rick Unger, syndicated radio host of The Rick Unger Show. Beverly Hallberg, fellow at the Independent Women's Forum. Rick, I'm going to start with you. Biden, why?
You know, I'm developing a theory on this with all the usual conditions of it's early, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I have a feeling that people who are not supportive of President Trump, not a lot of those around here, I get it, but those who are not big supporters are kind of feeling they want a rest, a break. They don't want to see wild swings to the left. They don't.
So why pick Joe Biden? Because his gaffes are epic.
His gaffes are epic, but he seems to represent a calm period. He's not a Democrat socialist. He's not a socialist. We know who he is. We know what you get with him, even though there are the gaffes. And I really think that's what's showing up in the polls. It's like, can we please take a breath and get back to some measure of normalcy?
Gosh.
And that's not necessarily Bernie. That's not normal.
So have you seen him go after President Trump, though? I mean, I don't know if people are going to get a break in the news cycle if that's what you're suggesting.
Well, but that's because of President Trump. He's going to keep up what he does.
Oh, come on.
Well, he is.
You don't think Joe Biden started some of that? And look, he's already had his own, situation where he's had to come out and clarify some things on China, and this president is marching on that issue.
And look, I think when it comes to Joe Biden, I do agree with you. I think the vanilla is what a lot of people want, because even when you look at polling, when it comes to Democrat voters 45 and up, the majority of them do not want socialism. And of course, that's what you have many in this horse race talking about. So I think the vanilla aspect of him being more moderate in policies, also mixed with good name ID, and also he's reaching 100%
name ID.
And reaching out to the working class. I think that's another reason that he can really counter Trump on that angle.
So I want to press in a little bit, though, on where Republicans can help the president in terms of the marketing and messaging, because the president has his nicknames, but he's also got the economy, and that's something that Republicans can help him out with.
Well, we'll see what he has. And I agree, he has a good economy, but what we're finding out, great study out this week, the economy is not turning out to be quite so good for everybody. And among those who are not experiencing some of the upside of this economy are the people out there in the Midwest, the farmers in particular. And if we find ourselves tomorrow in a serious trade war with China, that's going to get a lot tougher.
You know what? I was just in Iowa. I did a town hall there, and Senator Joni Ernst joined me, among others. She made a point of that. She said he's got to get it right on this, on the agricultural, the steel, those other things and the rest. He's got to get it right on this.
But at the same time, when you take a look at unemployment, we have decades low record unemployment. We also have with women low unemployment, with African Americans, with Hispanics. So there are plenty of people.
But you better be feeling that, because the people, and that's great. I mean, I am never going to root against low unemployment and a good economy. I don't care who the president is. I'm thrilled if people are working and getting paid well. But you cannot ignore the fact that there are too many people still, especially Trump supporters, interestingly, who are not feeling the upside of the good economy.
So I don't know if you caught the Dow today as we were live last hour when the president started to talk about that. Also at a healthcare gathering, which is what he knows he needs to do. Some Republicans don't want to listen to him on that, Beverly. I mean, he gets it. He says, look, I just got a beautiful letter from Chinese President Xi, and you saw the market edge up last word.
Well, this is when it comes to Republicans, it's a difficult issue. You even have Chuck Schumer siding with the president. What Republicans need to talk about is the importance of good trade deals, but realizing tariffs are still taxes. It does impact the American consumer. So that's a tough issue for them.
Great to have you both. Thank you. I'll be right back.